What's up everyone, it's Gabbie Trades here and welcome back to the channel. Well, Bitcoin's move today is crucial and we're gonna look at why is that the case. But before we get rolling, you guys, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe. If you're new here, make sure to hit that small bell notification so you never miss a live breakdown here with me. So we're gonna jump straight into it. We're not gonna waste any more time. Hello, good morning everyone. All right, let's have a look. You guys make sure to say hi in the chat box. I want to see everyone here. Okay, you're already starting with the request. That's hilarious. Julian Song, hello. Yellow. Okay, hi you guys. Okay, so first of all, we have to make a note of the fact that the US stocks pushed near record highs yesterday. So that was the beginning of the week. So we'd like to see how the week started, what's happening. So basically the major indices climbed like around 1% or more. So that was a pretty strong start of the week, right? Very important to know that. However, what did happen today? Well, today, instead of maintaining this, we just completely slid down, right? So today the indices are sliding down. That S&P 500, you think of Dow Jones Industrial Average, Nasdaq, they're suggesting that the investors are taking a pause today for a Tuesday, right? It's kind of weird. But the thing about this is, right, you have a strong start of a Monday and then you have this happening today. So at near all-time highs. So you're questioning what is going on. So when this happens, I like to look at the performance in the overall sectors. And as we can see in the rally, most of the sectors were participating. So that is going to mean that you're getting bread in the markets. That means that the market is not thin. So if you're trading or investing, you're going to look at this and be like, okay, so the sentiment is kind of good at the moment, but at the same time, we have to be cautious. This is pretty much the message that I'm getting from all of the things that I'm seeing right now. Now, in terms of the tech and mega cap names, you guys, it is still kind of mixed. What do we have? Yesterday, the Dow rallied. Of course, that was because of the help of Apple, right? We had the Apple incorporations. They reached record highs. They're trading very strong. And that's because there is very high demand for that new iPhone 17. I also want it. I want to buy it. If I get time, I'm going to go and buy it if it's even available, because I'm sure it's sold out everywhere. But so that giant worked out really well yesterday. But also don't forget, we have massive earnings week this week. So we're gonna see a lot of these giants reporting. And today we have, after the close, for example, Netflix reporting as well. So all of these things, you guys, we need to follow. Especially earnings season is important, but especially when we have government shutdown and we don't have any other data really, like that's probably the one thing that could move the market. So in terms of the macro and global context, yes, we're still shut down, right? The trade US-China is kind of still going on. This is the ongoing thing, even though like Trump literally came up like 5 minutes ago saying that China has been very respectful. In my opinion, it's still a very thin ice that we're walking on right now. In terms of other global news, over here we have Nikkei 225 jumping pretty high, hitting near record highs, and that's due to the political shifts that they're making. They're literally having their first female prime minister. So that's all in regards to Japan that's been happening recently. Honestly, that's the hit of the day. So I don't have anything else on that. But like, yeah, in terms of US and China, overall, it seems like there is some sort of like optimism, and it's kind of helping the sentiment, which is pretty much reducing the stress that we were seeing, right? So it's very important for the global mood to be good so we can lift the risk assets such as equities, and we also want to weaken a little bit the safe havens such as metals, etc. So that is very important, you guys. HBAR, okay, gold crosses over the M2 money supply. Yeah, you guys, like gold's been trading crazy. You couldn't really short that asset, but you need to remember that macro has been still fuzzy, right? Because we still have the shutdown. It's Okay, let me see here. Okay, yeah, that's it. We still have the government shutdown. We are rescheduled to do the CPI this week. So let's see if we're going to get the results. These are going to be very important. Also, think about the fact that oil has been slipping down, and you know how supportive oil is for the CPI results. Right. So the thing is, we do have some positivity around the market, but at the same time, the risk is going to remain elevated. So basically on crypto, specifically Bitcoin, for example, if we get strong sentiment around stocks and everything is risk on, crypto could really catch some sort of bid. But again, the risk appetite right now, it's a bit fuzzy, right? So I don't know, sudden shifts can hit harder in my opinion. So yeah, most importantly is you need to be looking at what's going to happen with the central bank. If we're going to get any central bank signals, if we're going to get any inflation data, if the Fed is going to surprise us with anything. So far we're near like 100% chance of having the rate cuts in like 8 days from now. So a lot of things are going to start changing very, very soon, you guys. But yeah, if the Fed says something that we don't like, it could really spook the markets. And the government shutdown is a massive X factor, right? It's a super huge X factor, not to mention what happened with volatility yesterday. If we go ahead and check quickly volatility, we're again like trading below 20, right? So we know we've been talking about this before. Anything below 20 is like a huge risk factor, and it could really, really shift basis on anything that happens in terms of news, right? So we need to be very, very careful. We need to keep an eye on the fear gauge in the markets. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start immediately with Bitcoin and talk about what am I planning, what is my current sort of sentiment as a trader, and how am I seeing it develop today. So firstly, I want to say something, you guys, that's very important, by the way, for everyone that has been asking me. Hi, Wesley. I have finally released my trading course, you guys. If you are on the wait list, if you signed up on the wait list, in the description box, you have 40% off right now. So go ahead and make use of that 40%, because actually I'm going to raise the prices on that after a month. But we're gonna look at that. We're gonna look at all the likes. Make sure to like the video, so I'm gonna track that. But let's focus on what's important, right? Because we're here to find out what's going on with Bitcoin. So first of all, since we haven't seen each other this week, we had a massive drop. Friday was not very nice, and overall from the weekend we have been sort of recovering into Monday. So on Monday it was a very cautious situation where a lot of the assets on crypto such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything was at a very weak positioning. So price just sold off today naturally. All right, important is to note where do we have the true week open over here. And again, all of these things I teach in my course now that you guys requested for, so it's available. Go find it in the description box. But anyway, the point is that the way we opened the week and now we're trading below it, this is giving me sort of like a bullish signal. And not only that, the fact that we're trading and we're trying to hold the levels that we do at the moment, this is also very telling to me. Now, why am I paying attention to these specific levels? Now, when I say these specific levels, I'm talking in between like around 107 Bitcoin to 108K Bitcoin, approximately these levels. Now, if we look left on the chart, right, which is very important to do when you're trading, even though the chart is busy, we can just like draw it straight, right? This is a very important area because it's a historical area for Bitcoin, right? It used to be a previous all-time high. We had the Trump inauguration day in that area as well. Hello, everyone. Hello, Berk. Hello, OG Grinder. So that area is very, very real, right? And then before we reached the new all-time high, it was confirmed as support. So we're trading at this level right now is extremely important, and it's important for us to keep that level because honestly, you guys, that's pretty much all I want to say about Bitcoin. If we lose this level, there is not much trying to help us hold above 102.5 down to 100K, really. There is not going to be much anymore, especially after we had this major zone marked for so long. You guys know very well. Sort of this fair value gap over here. All of these things, again, available for you to find if you don't know how to find them using my indicators. But the thing is, this was a very important zone of hold, if you will. So price needed to hold that zone. So over here with the Friday drop, we came and we retested that zone, to which we started recovering in a nicely way. Actually, these three candles here are, if you know your candles, your Japanese candlesticks, you'd probably be like, okay, this is a nice follow through, I'm bullish on the day. So the thing is, right, we're nicely reacting from it, and that was my bias earlier today when I did the live stream on my own channel. A lot of people have lost completely any sort of like trust in the market. People are calling for bear markets, but in fact, this could be a major opportunity, because if we manage to hold this level, which we are, as per my bias today, right, 07, there is pretty much nothing stopping Bitcoin to come up and retest 115K level. Now, whether we're gonna get a drop from the 115K level again, this is yet to be seen, but at least we have a pure trajectory, right? We have a pure price trajectory if this works as planned. And if it doesn't, right, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen, but let's say we fail the 107K level, like I said, we have a pretty much straight move down to the 100K levels, which is not going to be very ideal, right? All right, cool. We're gonna do the likes check, you guys. I'm always excited to do that. So we have over 100 people watching us.
Winner.
These are my dumb ads. Okay, so we have around 120 people watching us and only 40 likes. So we need to see at least 60 likes, 70 likes coming right now, you guys. And again, I want to let you know that we have some amazing offers. If you're looking to catch the dip, if you're looking to get a little bit more money on top of your deposits, make sure to use the links down here, especially TapBit, which is going to offer you the highest bonus return. If you register, they will pump money in your account immediately to trade with. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys check these offers down here, because Coin Bureau gets the best offers. And again, make sure to follow my main YouTube channel if you haven't, because I stream there as well, sometimes earlier during the day, which is easier because now I could catch all these trades. And again, check the range model theory course. That's very important, because I've described everything I use. All of my trading methods are down there, so you guys make sure to check that. All right, and you can claim your 40% discount as well, which is very important. Cool. So that was the bias today. We wanted to see this area hold. Retest of the area was also kind of important. So I'm kind of glad that this drop happened, and now we are rejecting from it. So I'm nicely in profit at the moment. I'm long Bitcoin, long Ethereum. I added to my longs at around 107. So yeah, what is Michael saying? We need a rally. The last few weeks have been painful. Tell me about it. Honestly, it's been an absolute nightmare, right? For me, honestly, the markets are super tradable at the moment. They have been tradable, so you can get trades, but it is kind of like the mindset. When you get in that mindset that you want to be only buying, this is what happens. You tend to only be looking for buys, and then you miss the opportunities, or you're just being conservative. That could also happen, which I completely understand. So right now, of course, with this drop, the first area of of resistance is of course the daily around 110K Bitcoin. That would be nice to break immediately from now on. But yeah, I'm pretty much bullish, at least for today. Let's see what happens tomorrow, but I think it's looking good for now, right? Because the areas that are retesting are the exact areas that I was waiting for price to come and retest. All right, let's look at ETH right now. And again, if you're following my main YouTube channel, you probably understand what I mean. So basically this drop over here, we haven't even tapped into the weekly support. This WS that you see on the screen, that's weekly support. These are the kind of stuff I get marked down with my indicators, again available for you guys under the description box. Let's check it again. Make sure to check also like all of the offers, you guys. I keep telling you, but they're very good offers, right? Okay, so you know the thing about Ethereum is, right, when we pull back, let's pull to the left on the chart and see how real of a level is the level that we rejected yesterday, which was here, right here at around 4,000 Ethereum, right? All-time high, March, December. Okay, one rejection, two rejections, very real level, from which we break the level in August this year. We retested, confirm it as support, and then we make a high, almost $5,000, right? From which we just completely sold off. And now I want to see this level holding, right? I want to see this level not rejecting. I want to see the levels down holding, and this level being traded through is what I meant to say. So it's very important that we start trading above $4,000 on Ethereum to gain a little bit more confidence in the alts in general and in Ethereum, right? It's very important. But again, you have to combine ETH and Bitcoin and see where price is trading at the moment for both assets and whether there is any correlation in terms of zones and where price is currently trading. I'm seeing clearly that there is a huge correlation here with my levels on ETH and where Bitcoin is trading at the moment. So I'm very pretty much also optimistic for Ethereum right now that we might push higher. Okay. And when you look at ETH BTC at the same time, you're like, okay, what is ETH BTC doing? Well, ETH BTC is kind of like holding at the moment. It's trying to hold, right? And the thing about the drop is that we had on 10th of October on Friday, we have pretty much retested the levels that we were supposed to, which was 0.0188. Right? Look at this perfect retest down here from which we rejected. So for me, ETH really could be, this could really potentially be the bottom for ETH. Like that's what I see at the moment. For Bitcoin, I cannot guarantee. I don't know what's going to happen. We need further confirmation, especially not to lose the 107K level. But ETH BTC, I kind of like the way that it's reacting right now, and it's giving me, you know, positive momentum at the moment. Well, it's not really momentum, but like in my head. Okay, I feel positive about it. Ideally you would want to see it break above 0.03832. That is going to give me even further confirmation. Tomorrow big news will arrive. You guys, thank you so much for the compliments. Again, make sure to put your out requests in the chat box, so we're gonna go ahead and look at them together. I know you gave me some requests already at the beginning. Anyone have any Aptos targets? Handsome man. Okay, handsome man. So handsome man, I've already made a video on my targets. If you go ahead in Coin Bureau videos main channel, I've done a video on I think the ETFs, and Aptos was one of the coins that I extended the targets that I'm expecting for Aptos to achieve. So make sure to go ahead and check that video so you can find out what I think about APT, but we can look at it again. Injective as well. All right, share this with your trading buddies. Yes, what a good idea. All right, so Solana again. Solana, it needs to convince me a little bit more, to be honest, but again, 187, 184, good levels for price to hold. It might as well be it, you guys. Honestly, like, it's gonna take a little bit of work, but it's looking good in my opinion if we manage to hold this area. If we lose the 184, right? If we lose the 184, we start retesting 173. I'm gonna lose a little bit of confidence in Solana, to be fair, and then I'm potentially going to look at 162 and even 144 for retest on Solana. But for now, I think this is an opportunity, right? A bit risky, especially with the current sentiment overall, but still it is something that that we can look at. I'm going to check how many likes we have right now.
Teenagers,
let's have a look together. Why does this restart? 51 likes. All right, cool. You guys, we have over 124 people live with us. So that means we need to have, I don't know, at least 100 likes. At the very minimum, we need 100 likes right now. And again, make sure to follow my main YouTube channel and get on the trading course, you guys, because you asked for it. I finished it for you. I gave you 40% discount on it. So make sure to get in, right? For the 40%, you need to be on the wait list, which you've probably done. If you haven't, you still have a chance to get on it by watching the older videos and finding a link over there. But okay, the likes are jumping a little bit. I like to see that. Okay, so I like to see what's happening today. I'm gonna need a little bit more for price to push up. Actually, I am long Sol, I am long Ethereum, and I am long Bitcoin as we speak. So yeah, this is looking good for me. But if we start losing this area, stop losses are very tight for me, and I'm going to be looking at 162 and potentially even 144 for Solana. Okay. You know what? Let's look at Injective, because that's one that I haven't been looking at for a while, actually. Oh yeah, this was the reason why I stopped looking at it, because we had liquidity down here. Oh well, the liquidity is now taken. Congratulations. That's pretty cool, actually. So all right, maybe I might start paying attention to it again. Okay, cool. Let's start on the weekly real quick. Get rid of this. That's not a bad level of retest at all, actually, for Injective. You know, everything looks, you know, not everything, but most of the alts look like they could give really, really good entries. But before you start doing anything, you have to be able to construct some sort of a trading plan, right? And the thing about Injective is right now, let's say you want to enter long right now, where are you going to put your stop loss? That's my question. Right? That's the thing. You don't really have an area of where you say, okay, where are you going to put your stop loss at like $2? You can't do that, right? So you need more confirmation of levels to break. And for Injective, the first level that you want to break is $11.16, right? It's just here. Mark it if you want, make a screenshot, but this level needs to be broken first. Okay, so that's why I'm a little bit more patient with altcoins right now, and I think that's a smart thing to do. So yeah, for Injective, you're looking to break a 1.1 or 11.16. That's going to be the first good signal. And then, you know, if you want to be even more conservative, and if you believe that it's going to work even better, then you probably wait at around $12.6. Right? $12.6 is going to be the bigger confirmation for me, right? $12.6. Let me close a little bit of tabs here because everything is getting slow. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We spoke about this. We spoke about that. Okay, cool. Does that make sense? So if you are kind of like jumping on the horse right now, before you have Ethereum confirmation, before you have Solana confirmation, before you have Bitcoin confirmation, you're pretty much like trading in the dark. And that's not something that, you know, it's good to do or smart. Gold has come down. Yeah, gold came down today. For once in your life. Same for Sui, went long at $1 during the flash crash. Yeah, I remember, Better Trader, you said that before. You said that you did that before. So yeah, that's for Injective, you guys. Again, these are the levels. That's what I will watch for. Around $12.2 and around $11.1 is going to be your first break, and 12.2 second break. You do have liquidity on the 12-hour. let's go back on the weekly. I think this was one of the charts that didn't broke low. Yeah, so we didn't really break a low on here. So you do have some upward potential on this. You definitely do, with a potential rejection maybe around $20. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. That's around 120%. Whether it can go higher or not, this is yet to be seen. But it's nice. What's nice about this is that you don't have any body closes below $7.1, right? That's very nice to see. Okay, what else did we have? One second. BNB. Yeah, I was looking at BNB today. In fact, I check BNB every day. I kind of like it a lot. So on a daily, right? So BNB's picture, let me paint it for you. Okay, let me paint it for you. So BNB right now, even that it looks like bad in a way, some people can say, oh my god, this is very bearish whatsoever. BNB is not bearish unless we start trading on a weekly below $993. So that's the threshold, that's the buffer. I've marked it here for you guys, just for you to see it. Okay, and then, you know, the thing about BNB is right now on the 12-hourly, on the 4-hourly, it is still kind of weak, right? We're rejecting from levels that we're supposed to break. So it is kind of weak right now, but it's still possible opportunity on that. I would massively recommend, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. I'm gonna wait for at least $1,100 to break so I can get in a little bit more convincingly, right? Because if you're trying to catch a bottom, again, economically, geopolitically, we're trading in very, you know, dangerous waters, I'd say. So we have to be careful, right? So yeah, that's the thing, you guys. For BNB, this is the threshold. Maybe if S hits the fan, I'd say maybe a retest of $1,000.30. I've marked the area over here, $1,000.30. That's possibly something that I'll be looking at. And if this is real, right, if this range or whatever is broken out of, I need to see a little bit more strength to confirm that. What else did we have? HBAR. HBAR is an interesting one. Hold on one sec. Yeah, so for HBAR, I think we've discussed it before. I like HBAR a lot, right? I like HBAR a lot. Again, over here, we took a massive daily liquidity, and that's where we pretty much dropped from. Again, I highly recommend you guys get these indicators on your chart. Honestly, they will help you a lot. Okay, they will help you a lot. Get them. They are in the description box, as well as my course and all of the offers that Coin Bureau Trading has for you guys. You need to go ahead and check it out. All right, HBAR, let's dissect it a little bit. So the first level that you want to break on HBAR is literally 0.17535, right? You're breaking that level, then you have a second target level to break at around $0.2. So there is time, in my opinion, to wait, because this is a nothing burger right now. And again, you're constructing a trading plan based on nothing at the moment, based on a lot of confirmed resistances. So yeah, you definitely need a little bit more strength in this for sure. Okay, so $0.2, break that, maybe then we can talk, right? Ideally, you want to come above the 0.5 of the price leg on a higher time frame. Range model theory, again, all of these things I teach in my course, you guys. So you want for price to close roughly above, not even 0.22, 0.22, really close above 0.22. You're good, right? With a body close on a weekly time frame, you're gonna have the green light, because HBAR has liquidity at the very high at 0.4. So at least that is going to mean, you know, pretty much 100%, around 100% gain if you catch a good entry on this one. And God knows how far it can go after that, right? If everything goes well, you never know. So yeah. Thank you so much, you guys. You are absolute superstars. Did we have any other outs, by the way? Oh, we wanted to look at APT as well. Sorry, I almost forgot. We're gonna look at APT. Hopefully this is the right chart. Yeah. Again, so APT, right? We were looking at this level. Right, this is an old level back from January 2023, right? So again, it doesn't matter how old it is still very valid. So yeah, price is trading at it right now. It could mean something, right? It could mean that the level might hold, but at the very least, you need to break $4 on this, or you know, maybe not even $4, maybe 3.95. okay, if you want 3.95, break that, and then we might be talking again. But for APT, all of the levels became true, right? Even $5, 4.8, 4.5, 4.3, $4, all of these levels will continue to be an extreme resistance for APT, you guys. They have been within that range, and they will continue to be until we go and trade above $5.1 convincingly, right? Convincingly trade above this level, $5.1. That is when you probably have some sort of confirmation that APT might run to $7.6, might run to $9, might run to even $16. But before then, you don't have that confirmation, right? So what you can do on APT, or what I'm planning to do, I hold APT as well. I'm an APT holder. So yeah, first thing you wanna trade above $4 at least. You wanna trade above $4, and you're just gonna play it level by level up here. All right, Caspa. Solana, we already looked at, Ivan. Caspa was Cas, right? Arb, okay. Yeah, so Cas is one that I liked as well. So overall, not too bad. To be honest, it's one of the alts that did not do so bad, especially the fact that we have double liquidity on it. You almost have some sort of like a mini confirmation that this is going to trade to 0.13, 0.131. You have some sort of confirmation, and that's going to happen eventually. You're at trading below 0.236 of the price leg. That is very good area for reaccumulation, right? On it, extremely good. You have from this double liquidity, you have some daily supports. One is over here. So again, a good level, honestly, like a good level. But where are you going to put your stop loss, right? This I can't even confirm, because these lows are not confirmed yet for me as strong lows. So on a stop loss, honestly, I'm clueless. But yeah, it could be a level that definitely holds. And then there is this other level exactly at the 0.236. Range model theory, you guys, go in the description box of this video, get the course. You have 40% discount. I released it on Sunday. Very important. There is a lot of crazy information over there. I'm sure you've never seen the markets in a way that I will teach you over there. But yeah, so again, you want to come at least 0.06. You want to come at least 0.06. And if you come up here, then at least you have these two levels to serve you as you know, as levels of invalidation, right? So let's say price trades above here. Now I can say, okay, these lows are valid. These lows are likely to hold to some extent, right? Likely to hold to some extent. But most importantly, you do have the double liquidity formation. So that's very cute to see. And not only that, you also have liquidity above that at around 0.189. Very good. So that could turn to be really well, right? But the way the alts have been trading right now, I don't know if you know, we're gonna see 250% on CAS potentially. If the whole market starts running, if we start outperforming for Q4, definitely on the table, right? We have 100%, we have what to be looking forward to if everything goes by plan. Does that make sense? You guys, make sure to like this video. Again, I'm gonna come and check. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with checking how many likes we get. All right, so over here, is gold finally falling? Gold is still bullish, even though it's falling. All right, so we have 78 likes and over 100 people watching. Once again, you guys, we need to pump at least 30 more likes. I think we can do it. And make sure to check all of the offers that Coin Bureau Trading has organized for you guys with me. We have Tapbit that's giving the highest bonuses over here. They will give you literally $100 up to $150 just by registering. Okay, so that's important because a lot of us are out of pocket to buy the dip, right? And then make sure to follow my main YouTube channel over here, Gabbie Trades, and check the course. You get 40% discount on it. If you don't know how, check my main channel. You will find out, or my previous videos on Coin Bureau Trading channel. You will find out how to do it. You guys are very welcome. I enjoy our live streams. I'll see you again on Thursday. Hope you have a great one.